Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, Agri Millstone, men who teach them well, and they'll tell us the truth. And peace and blessings be unto you, full of Akim, you brothers, that also push out this word in truth, sincerity, and in faith. And Lord, doing this lesson, just want to bring out this article, just to shed some light on this information that had just came out just a few days ago. Which is pretty much like it's somewhat adjacent to a peace treaty between the United States and Iran. You know, this conflict that's been pretty much going on since the beginning of this year, like in late February or the beginning of March. All right, and what it is pretty much, I'm going to go into it. I have the actual definition pulled up because they didn't actually sign a peace treaty. What they had signed is something called an MOU. Memorial. Well, I'm about to pull it up, but regardless, when I saw this news, immediately the scripture of First Thessalonians 5:3 came into mind. All right, I'm gonna bring that out too. But beforehand, I just want to bring out some of this information, just to again shed some light on it in case brothers wasn't aware as of yet. So this is off of NPR.org. It says U.S. lifts naval blockade. There was immediate progress up to the preliminary agreement to end the three and a half month conflict that has killed thousands of people across the Middle East, rocked the global economy, and pushed millions more into poverty around the world, according to the United Nations. The United States lifted its naval blockade on Iran. Here it is. That's the term I was talking about. I'm gonna click it because it's gonna take me to another link. It says the short memorandum of understanding. All right, the memorandum of understanding also promises to end military operations on all fronts and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, the crucial waterway through which much of the world's oil, gas, and fertilizer must pass to reach global markets. The agreement prompted President Trump to celebrate on the Truth Social writing, quote, "Ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow." All right, and trying to keep it together, but yeah. And the thing is, what's funny is that there's already been talk that even something, another entity, or which I'm not gonna say the name of this nation, you know, in hopes that my video doesn't get clipped. Lord's will don't. But I'm gonna just say, Israel, it still is gonna continue its hostilities, man. All right, when you go into it, and this is not really surprising at all. Okay, and actually, as a matter of fact, even the reaction of the people shows you that they truly still believe that there is actually peace and that there is actually safety in the shores of America, man. And it's been like that for the longest time. Here it is during World War II. It was pretty much the same way. During the missile crisis between Cuba and the U.S., the same way. Any type of threats that came from Russia and those other hostile nations during the Cold War, it's the same thing. And they were fed bread and circuses all the way through, and it's the same thing now. That's why the world is always in a tizzy. But here it is, the American people. Yeah, they'll have their doubts, but nevertheless, they still believe that they're safe behind the confines of Babylon the Great. Even if they still believe the king, President Trump, or whoever will be in office, even with all their promises, they're still gonna believe that they're gonna be a-okay during that time. I believe they have a quote. Yeah. I'm going to keep reading this last bit, and I'm going to head on to First Thessalonians. It says, "But there are still many potential pitfalls. Even before the agreement was signed, Trump made it fragility clear. It's, quote, it's a memorandum of understanding," he said at the G7 summit in France. "If I don't like it, if they don't behave, we'll go back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head." All right, and I actually do remember hearing that